The idea of separating home and visiting supporters at a sporting event is something that is practiced overseas with European soccer. But when you bring it up around here, for whatever reason, it seems insulting to American sports fans to even bring up the notion. I recently asked this question on Twitter, and 74% disagree with the concept. But not just the poll I found interesting, a bunch of responses I thought were worth passing along. Some people said they liked the banter, the back and forth with other fans that weren't on their side, and they did not want to miss out on that. Some said they actually liked meeting the opposition side and being friendly and having conversation. Others admitted that they were there for the trash talk in the first place. They were trying to instigate it, not necessarily take it to a physical or confrontational level, but they liked the back and forth jousting. Some were worried about the situation of their friends or family members being forced to sit in a different section, not being able to sit with the ones that you came with simply because they're rooting for a different team. I think I understand the basic premise here, right? You want to have the visiting team's fans all sit together. You don't want them alternating or mingling with the home team's fans, and you want them to root freely and cheer for whatever it is they want all together, but just separate from everybody else so that you don't instigate any large-scale conflicts. But there's also a hard part about pulling this off. And number one is you have to clearly protect this section, right? You almost have to make a human barricade around it because all of a sudden the road team's fans are all a clear target in one or two or however many sections. It's very clear where they're all sitting together. Also, you can't really protect this road team's fan base before or after the game. So honestly, what sense does it make to have them sit separately during a game when they walk in and they walk out afterwards? It's going to be just like how it is right now. Not a lot different. In fact, it may be more magnified by separating everybody during the game and then bringing them back together afterwards. In closing, no, I don't think separating fans is something we need today in sports, but it may be worth considering down the line, and especially if you look at the way that things are trending. Fans these days are more interested in sports, more invested in individual games than they've ever been. I really do feel like a couple decades ago, it was all about spectating. Nowadays, there's betting on the line. There are other financial interests, including simply how much you spent to just go to a game and enjoy it. So fans feel more invested. They feel more emotionally connected to the results that they're seeing. Also consider it only takes a couple bad apples to ruin a bunch. And yeah, I understand there are thousands and thousands of sporting events per year, and the relative incidents that we see are quite low in terms of conflict. But as the future goes on, and the more we see of this, it's only going to make it more of a conversation, the idea of at least trying to separate home and visiting fans at the actual games themselves. Again, I don't think we're at that point yet, but I wouldn't rule it out for someday down the road.